who just tuned in, let me give you some type of indication what I'm intending on doing here, um, starting on the 15th of May at 7:30 p.m. In the past, I've ran a Zoom call on Sunday at 2 p.m. And part of the issue that we were challenged with was the day itself. We started off with about 10 people online, and we ended up with about 30 people online in that second week. And then things started dropping off because church, people going to church, and some of the other factors that just get in the way when you start talking about time, particularly on Sunday. So, what I've decided to do was go to a weeknight, 7:30 on Wednesdays, to see how this will work for people. And again, we're going to commence on the 15th of May at 7:30 p.m. What people will be able to do is, first of all, I'm going to send out an email to everybody that's in my database. And I'll probably also send it out by messenger too, what's in the database, so that people will know where we're starting, when we're starting, what we're intending on doing. And we will set up the schedule at the website at drnuriddin.com on the calendar. We will plan this to run for 6 weeks. And so instead of having to go weekly and send the message out each week, we have it as a recurring meeting set up. So all a person has to do is go to the website, to the calendar, and click on it for that week that we're in. And then they'll be able to come in and participate in the program. We would ask now that all the participants, that they in fact would share this with them. Want for other people what you want for yourself. It's going to be a very, very dynamic program that's going on. The ideas and the concepts that we're going to be sharing with people relevant to health are timeless, and it's what people need, irrespective to what the problems are that you're faced with today, whether it's hypertension, whether it's diabetes, whether it's cancer, whether it's arthritic conditions or autoimmune disorders that a person is actually faced with today. It doesn't matter. Sleep problems, problems with the bowel, not moving, or either bad bacteria in the gastrointestinal tract, and whether it's weight loss or whether you're trying to lose weight, you've lost some weight, or either you're trying to gain some weight. It doesn't matter what the issue is. What we will be covering throughout that hour and a half that we'll be on from 7:30, I say 7:30 to approximately 9 o'clock, 7:30 to 8 o'clock. It depends on the participation, and it depends on, the public. It's going to be the determining factor as to what we would do. But right now, the plan is really from about 7:30 to 9 p.m. We put it at 7:30 because we know that people on the West Coast and also in the mountain region would also want to be a part of this call. And so that's people getting off work at 5:30 or 4:30, and even though they may not catch us on Zoom, that the drive time, they still would be able to catch us on a conference call, on those Wednesday evenings. So this is the plan at this particular point. What we are seeking to, we're cranking up. It's going to happen on the 15th. We're going to crank up. It's not a matter of are we going to do it. It's going to happen. It's going to run for 6 weeks. Again, a person, all they have to do is go to the calendar, click on the calendar each week, and it should bring you right on into the Zoom call as a recurring event. Quite naturally, it's always interactive with me. in terms of people having the opportunity to ask questions about something that maybe they don't understand, or just for additional information about something that maybe we didn't cover that particular evening or whatever. But anyway, it's always interactive. What I tried to do is give the presentation up front, open that door for people to start asking questions instead of just having it throughout the entire presentation, because quite naturally sometimes that just gets in the way. But if we run it for 45 minutes, 50 minutes or whatever, and then open up for questions, then we can go from there. But a person will get a chance to ask questions that they may have. Sometime we may have a guest on with us to actually participate in the presentation. Like I've had Dr. Zaid with me in the past. I've done some things with Imam Fahim Shuaib. I've sought to do some things, and probably will do some things with Imam Yahya Abdullah from out of Jacksonville, Florida. There's a possibility, there's a number, Dr. Nasser Ahmed, there's a number of people that we could very well have as guests with us throughout this time. So we're going to go for the 6 weeks. We'll see how it runs, and then we want to initiate an additional 6 weeks. We can go from there. So where we want to start at? Where do the problems really originate for people? Those problems normally originate in the gastrointestinal tract for us. So we want to stay there and go there first and foremost, and then start looking at all of the problems that's around it. We want to look at foods. We want to look at the immune system. We've got about 5 systems in your body. Really, you're already hardwired for health. Your body's hardwired for health already. And so these 5 systems that we have talked to you about, that you're already hardwired for, we want to share with you also foods that work in those particular areas. Well, let's say in the area of the arterial system, there are certain foods that in your arterial system, the vascular system, is an immune system. There are certain foods that you already like, and most of you don't know what those foods are, that you already like, that if you would be eating these foods every day, you would be working to build better health in your body. I'm not trying to get you to eat something that you don't like. I'm not trying to get you to take something that you don't want to take. I'm going to share with you foods that you're already eating, or foods that you already like. Sometimes you don't even eat those foods during the day. You're into other foods that you're eating. It's the same thing with the DNA system. It's the same thing with the immune system. It's the same thing with the regeneration system. All of these immune systems in the body have foods that contribute to the health of that system, which ultimately contributes to the health of your body and the health of you. So just knowing what those foods are, and again, I'm saying to you, I'm talking to you about foods that you like already. I'm not talking about trying to put you on a diet. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to put you on a diet or anything like that. All I'm saying to you is you have foods that you already like. And if you will use these foods, most of you eat 3 times a day. So if you just incorporate these foods, whether I'm talking to you about proteins, whether I'm talking to you about carbohydrates, or whether I'm talking to you about fats, or whether I'm talking to you about seeds, whether I'm talking to you about nuts, whether I'm talking to you about beverages, whatever I'm talking to you about, in all of these areas, you have something that you like already. I know that. That's because that's all of us. So if you just start, even though you're going to eat some things really that doesn't necessarily support these systems, which we all do, which we all will. The key, though, is daily, what you're going to have is a food or a beverage or something that you already like. It could be a vegetable. that you already like. You already like the vegetable. So you're just going to make sure, whether it's in breakfast, whether it's in lunch, whether it's in dinner, whether it's as part of a snack, you're going to have that there. I don't know what kind of nuts you like. You might like pistachios. You might like cashews. You might like so-and-so, so-and-so. But you already like that food. So all we're saying to you is just incorporate that into your diet. It's easy. This is an easy situation for people in order to build better health, because you're not doing something that you don't want to do. Doctors put you on medication and you don't want to be on medication, so on and so forth. We're talking about eating to live, really eating to live. And we're going to show you how to go about doing it. So you start putting enzymes into the system every day to make sure that your food digests, proteolytic enzymes to make sure that your protein is being digested, and friendly flora to make sure that the gastrointestinal tract has the right bacteria in there. You're going to start building better health, as long as you don't have to struggle. I already know that I can't get you to change. You have to change because you want to change. Change is possible for all of us when it's our choice. When it's somebody else's choice for you to change, that doesn't set well with us as humans. But when you say, I'm going to change, and then it becomes easy for you to do it, then most times you stay with the change. It is a sustained change that you've subjected yourself to, and you will look up month after month, year after year, decade after decade, you'll be building better health all the way through the process. So again, we're going to start this May 15th. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, the schedule will actually be at my website, drnuriddin.com. That's drnuriddin.com. And you can plug in with us. And again, invite somebody to be a part of it. Invite your family members to be a part of it. And I look forward to seeing you then. It's been good talking to you. It always is. And hopefully you'll plug in with us, you'll chime in with us, and take advantage of this while we have the opportunity to do it. You all have a healthy and pleasant day. I look forward to talking to you soon.